Hello, everybody out there in the internet. I'm here with my good friend.
Wow, that's nice. That's nice. You don't even have to say my name, just saying that I'm a good friend. Wow. It's like we've hit that next stage in our relationship. That's awesome. I am Buff Larkin, and welcome to the lovely Comic Talk. Are we just talking comics today we were reviewing? Are we saying what's crap?
I don't know. This was your idea. I
It's
just went
my
along with it.
Well, this is why we have a pregame for everything, and you just said, "Okay, start talking." So here I am. Welcome, YouTube crazy kids. You know something? Here's how it all works. Tekken is on my podcast, the comic book portion of the Big Bang podcast. Check us out on coolhotbuzz.com. But you know something? After all, months and months and months, he's been on there sharing his love of comics with me. I thought for once, I will come down from the mountain and spend some time with my good friend Tekken on his YouTube channel because it is fantastic. I love the way he talks about comics.
All right.
Wow. I hype it up and you knock it down, baby. Is that it?
I, well, I don't want to take the lead on this one. I don't know where we're headed.
You are the leader.
I
This is your shit. It's your stuff.
I know, but I've never done a podcast before.
Okay, that's all right. Well, let's it's simply put. Let's do comic book reviews. What did you read last week? I want to hear the good, the bad, the absolute crap at the bottom of the toilet.
Well, I haven't read all my comics for this week. I've only read Saga, and then for the week before that, I read all my stuff.
Lying?
Well, actually, I only read like half of my stuff from last week.
Why?
So.
Don't you care anymore?
Well, I shouldn't have time because I was trying to get all these videos made.
Oh, because you're a big multimillionaire now. You can get money from YouTube. I understand that. Good for you. I tried. Lord knows I tried. I tried with the podcast. You can still check the videos out. You can check out. I tried doing one that I was running. I was doing some things when I was doing my my running stuff. I did a couple videos for that. It takes a long time,
Yeah,
and it's tough. So I said, you know something? You know it's not tough? Getting somebody else to do the work. And that's why I'm here today with Tekken. All I have to do is show up and talk. That's all I have to do. I don't have to edit, don't have to do nothing. I just do fun. So there you go. No, that's horrible. So anyways, well, let's talk about Saga, because I read Saga, and I want to ask you a question, all right?
all right.
What do you like best about Saga?
I like the characters the most because even the villains you like, and it's like they all have, depth to them, and as they've grown, it's like, there's more and more like layers being built into them,
Mm-hmm.
and then just to like see the crazy situations that they're thrown into, it's like, oh man, what's gonna happen? And it's like, oh no. So yeah, and how they're all like connected. That's always cool too. They're like, and like when there's like, when you had like the Will going after Alana and Marco, but then after what happened to this doc, you had him going after the robot, and then Gwendolyn came into the picture, and she's like, "Oh well, I'm after Marco too." So it's like, oh, it's like those two are going after each other, and like they didn't like it was like more about like them when you see like what happened like when those two groups met up, as opposed to like when they caught Alana and Marco. It's like that's just like extra on top.
Okay. Bitch, I ain't even talking to you. That was made me laugh. I said, "Oh, it's the dialogue, of course, that gets me." And how
Oh yeah,
great
that too.
this
Writing
book-
is great.
It's just like it's set up in the future and all that, but yet they talk like you do down in Wichita, Kansas. All the time. Excuse me, sir. Can I have a price on this? Bitch, find your own scanner somewhere in this store. That'd be like it is. In fact, I tell you I want you to do that today.
No.
When somebody asks you for a price check, excuse me, you have a gun on your pocket? Can you scan it? Bitch, find your own scanner. There you go. But going back to what we're talking about, Saga, it's very, very good. And Lord, no, I don't like the robot. I don't like all of them. That robot's a dink.
Oh, I agree.
In fact, you can see dinks on his screen once in a while. That's how much of a dink he is. But something when he got put out of commission, I thought for sure he was going to become part of the group for a little bit, and thus gives you the idea. Like he's on the fritz, and they're using him, but sooner or later he's going to come back online.
Oh yeah.
And then start and that gives you a little more tension, right? Oh, he's with the group, but sooner or later he's gonna pop back and heal up, and then he's gonna come after him, right? But of course, that didn't happen, but that's okay because it's gonna lead into something even better than what I'm thinking. Oh, novice guy here thinking it's gonna be better what he writes, but it was very good. I thoroughly enjoy the thing. It's a very grown up fairy tale. Would you agree?
Oh yes, it definitely puts the graphic in graphic novel.
Yes. Well, we saw boobs in this one, didn't we? That's graphic. That's right. I'm telling you. But so I'm glad that that's one of the books that I told you to check out, and you finally did. So I'm very glad that you actually jumped on that and read it. That's good. You know what else surprised me last week with the books? Because I picked up a book. I was very surprised to do it because I hate them. It's Wolverine and the X-Men. Is that the final issue?
Number 40. I do not know.
I hope it is. No, it's not. There's another. They have another. I don't know if it's a new number 1 for Wolverine and the X-Men or whatever. But it was nice. They finally, Wolverine and Cyclops had finally their talk. It took how many issues, but they finally were able to sit down and discuss their feelings. And you haven't read it yet, have you?
I haven't, but I'm looking on Comixology and it has a 5-star rating.
Yeah, because basically Cyclops saying, "Oh, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, and the people at home probably already read it, but I'm saying, Cyclops, oh, it's the Phoenix Force. It was, Jane got the Phoenix Force. She blew up galaxies, and nobody blamed her. You want to know why? She good looking. That's why. First of all, she blew herself up, really, in the end. Come on. If you go look at the stupid Phoenix Saga, and I shouldn't say stupid because it's actually very good. But I'm saying, if you look at it like that, Cyclops is stupid because he was there. And he said, oh, Jane, everybody wasn't going after her. No, because she, in theory, sacrificed her life so all this would over. She jumped in front of that ray gun. She said she mind-controlled Cyclops to stay away from her, and she walked right into, spoilers, walked right into the laser gun, blew herself up to bits. But she didn't, if you read the John Byrne's Fantastic Four, which he brought her back, because when the whole Phoenix thing took over, she got wrapped up in a cocoon, because that's how the Marvel way is. If you're going to be reborn, you get put in a cocoon, shoved down to the bottom of the ocean, and then this new entity take over and then get killed off. So Cyclops saying, oh, everybody hates Jean Grey. First of all, she's fake. Second of all, she's good looking. And third of all, she did do herself in. So Cyclops is stupid.
How is he supposed to know that?
He was right there. How can he say he didn't know? You go. I know what you're gonna do on this YouTube video. You're gonna go and take pieces out of this Phoenix Saga. So you pick out that portion of the panel of the Phoenix Saga where there's Cyclops and there's Jean Grey standing in front of a laser getting blown to smithereens. And then you come back and tell me, how did this happen?
I can only do that if it's in Dark Phoenix Saga, because I don't have the Phoenix Saga.
Exactly. Well, don't worry. It's in there. Don't worry.
Okay.
And so Cyclops, see, again, it's Marvel painting themselves in the corner by making Cyclops a dink, and then they're trying to make him into the nice guy when nobody in their right minds would absolutely say he was right. He killed Chuck, doesn't matter what he was, and he didn't pay the price. Well, he said, oh, it's not my fault. Yes, it is. You pay the price. Gene paid the price. Everybody pays the price. You kill Chuck, you pay the price. This guy didn't, and therefore nobody likes him.
What about the rest of the Phoenix Five then?
Well, Namor's already a dink, so there you go. That's fine. Magneto has no power. He's already a dink. Emma Frost is a bad girl. She's a dink. The other one,
Magic?
Magic, thank you. She got away with it. She's dealing with her own personal hell now with the whole Doctor Strange going to limbo and all that, because she's kind of paid her. Cyclops is the only one who hasn't paid the price. All right? Magneto's a dink. Frost is a dink who likes dinks. And then we got Namor, who's a dink. So basically, this Phoenix 5 was a whole bunch of bad guys and magic. That's what it was.
What about Colossus?
He wasn't part. Oh, yes, he was. Well, they're brother and sister, so they have to go along. And one of them was tagging along because the other one was the brother or the sister. Oh, they're cool. Okay, they do what their siblings do. I have two daughters. They do whatever they want to do. Let's jump off a bridge. Okay, let's go. That's how it is. I tell them not to, but you know how they are. But that's all right. But the thing is, there you go. Holy smokes, how many do we have here? That's like 6.
No, Magneto.
Magneto wasn't. Magneto wasn't.
Magneto wasn't. Yeah.
Why are you throwing that in there for then? He's still a dink. You said, what about Magneto?
I did not say what about Magneto. I said, what about Colossus?
Yeah, and who didn't want Cyclops to kill off Chuck? Magneto. There you go. Good for him. Good for him for finally showing up. There you go. But all I'm saying is that you had Namor and Emma Frost, two tweeners, let's say that, in between good and bad, right there. And then you had Cyclops, who we're going to talk about. And then we have the brother and sister act, which they just do whatever they want anyways. But I'm just saying, Phoenix Force, it took over Cyclops at the end, and he blew Chuck away. Why? We don't know. And then Marvel tried to get people to understand, hey, come on, be sympathetic to Cyclops. And nobody wanted to give two fricks except for you.
That's not true.
And then we see, and then heaven answered my prayers. We have coming up in a couple of months. And you can look this up on this. I want you to put this picture up on your YouTube channel where we have somebody putting a gun to Cyclops' head. You know who that is?
No.
God. God's taking care of business right there, taking him out of our misery. But to circle us all back around to where we began, a very nice issue of Wolverine and the X-Men. It was a very nice issue. I actually enjoyed it. I really don't care for those other mutants, the young kids, but the good sit down between Wolverine and Cyclops was well overdue, and it was very nice. And Wolverine, of course, drinking and bleeding. He says, "Oh, I do that every week." So it's not new.
I read the previous issue, and it was cool because it took the whole Wolverine not having his healing factor from his series, and then since Cyclops has broken powers in his series, and they're fighting Sentinels, and they're like, "You're not doing as good as you usually do against the Sentinels. You're not doing as you usually do against the Sentinels, Logan." That was pretty funny.
Yeah, exactly. Who's taking a back seat and letting the Wolverine take the fight? Cyclops. That's right. Oh, you're not doing too much. You better jump in there, do some more. He's just guarding them on to do more while he sits back with his little laser beams and do that. Yeah, Wolverine, you don't get beat up. I'm going to stand back here about 1 mile away and start shooting Sentinels. Yeah. That's just like Cyclops. There you go. So what books did you read? You read Saga and you read last week you read what?
Last week I read Batman, All New X-Men, X-Men, and All New. Alright, yeah, that's it.
All New X-Men, somewhat new X-Men, almost there X-Men, the Y-Men, formerly known as the X-Men. Exactly. Now, okay, so how was Batman? I haven't read it.
Batman was really good. It's a really cool sequence it starts out with where in the last issue, when the cops ambushed him because they knew where he'd be, and this one, it's not only did they ambush him, but they knew all his tricks, and since he's new to the whole comic or the whole crime fighting thing, it's he's like, crap, they know all my tactics. How do I get out of here? And this crazy sequence of where he has to escape, and then you don't know if he's gonna make it, and then it's he gets out to sea, and then there's a boat, and it's who's in the boat? And it's oh, it's Gordon, and it's oh, Gordon saves him. It's oh, that's great. Because he was calling Alfred on his communicator thing. He's like, Cave, come in. I'm gonna need an extraction.
Cave.
He's like, Cave, are you there?
Cave. Exactly. Oh, that's good. So it's one of those books that you recommend. Now I went to the store today, picked up my books, and I did a lot of cutting. And I cut Batman and Robin. And I cut Avengers, not the new Avengers or the Uncanny Avengers.
I almost cut the Avengers. I have two of the new issues. I haven't read them yet, and I'm
You should, because something I picked up because it was in my bag, so I picked up and I read the Avengers. Man, I'm actually interested in picking up the rest of the issues because that actually is a very what they're doing now with the big surprise they did. I'm actually kind of interested in it. It's very interesting what they're doing with it. It's very good. So it's worth it, but it's there's too many Avengers books that I got, and I gotta wait.
And they have Avengers World, which is I'm not sure which one I should be reading if I want to be getting the storyline.
And that's another thing. I'm getting Avengers World, so I got to see where we're going. It's just now it's 4 issues of pure greatness from Hickman. So we'll see what happens. I got to take out World. If I have to sacrifice that too, I can't sacrifice Uncanny because that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did you read that sucker?
I haven't read the new one yet.
Okay,
with the
Uncanny
Thor
Avengers.
and the sun on the
Oh
cover.
man, it's like Thor finally showed. He's always showed, but in this book he showed why he is the God of Thunder. My goodness, steps up, great writing, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed it. A very high recommendation from me for anybody who wants to check it out. I know you're jumping on. If people are just jumping on now, it's going to be a very big curve, but it's a very, very, very good jump start right here. You want to see Thor at his best? This is the book to do. Absolutely. And I'm not going to spoil it for you, because that's the kind of guy I am. All I'm saying is Thor takes it to town. Woo! Takes it to town. It was very good. I still haven't read the new Avengers. I feel bad. I got to pick up. I got to play catch up on my new Avengers and find out what's going on there. Got to have me some big brain bad boys right there. And of course, the final issue of Fantastic Four. Man, I didn't miss that. I'm not going to miss them. Oh, that brings me a question I want to ask you. The Fantastic Four is coming out with new suits. Isn't that the stupidest idea ever?
It depends on what they look like.
Exactly, stupid. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Why? Why,
I
Tekken?
don't think it's a stupid idea. They don't exactly need them, but I don't think it's a stupid idea.
Yeah, 50 years now? They've been in, and they've all been wearing. Now they've changed it a bit. They've had the blue and the black, and they've had the white and the blue with John Byrne's time. And yeah, as you can tell, if you're checking this out, you can tell that I'm actually a big fan of the John Byrne Fantastic Four time. And then they say, oh, because and then we had Hickman. Awesome. They had the white and black outfits. I'll go with that, because something, it's nice. Then you got Color Me Bright here. Well, it's like, what's going on? Something, I'll give it a shot because James Robinson. But something, at the same time, it's like, why do they need to change to? Is it become hip and relevant to today? They look like the freaking grown-up Power Pack. That's it. Google that. Put that on as soon as I said that, because that's exactly what they look. Freaking Power Pack, 50 years older. Pete's sakes. We even had Sue Storm in that nice little outfit. Google that too. Put that on there. And that nice outfit in the Tom DeFalco time. Woo! There you go. I'll even agree to that outfit. But not the Power Pack. They don't need it. They don't need it. What they need is adventurous stories that have you at the edge of your seat. Hickman was able to do it. So can anybody else. Edge of the seat. Edge of your seat.
If Hickman can do it, anybody else can.
I'm just saying, Hickman can do it. Hickman took what was pretty much a dead team and brought him back. Why? With an adventurous story that had you at the edge of your seat. So therefore, anybody can take Hickman's idea and put it into play. You will have success. That's what I mean. Google that. Google me being right. There you go. But the thing is, that's the thing is, you get writers out there who tell a Fantastic Four story, and they have all these great ideas, and it turns out to be like one or two, and then they burn themselves out, and then they go away. Hickman had one major story with different parts to it, like he's doing with Avengers, and it lasted for like 30, 40 issues, right? So he did the job. He was able to think so much about Fantastic Four and make everything so exciting. It was pretty good, except for Black Bolt marrying all those chicks. I still don't get that. Especially the cow one. What's up with that? Or the horse one. The animal one, I'm not quite sure. He could get arrested in some states for that. He could. Google that. That's what this whole podcast should be called. Google that. Tekken Talks. And then the thing is, Google that. There you go. So, besides that, what's really interested you in comics? What have you been reading? Have you picked up Infinity Gauntlet? Have you finished it off?
There's stuff I picked up I want to read. I just haven't got to it yet. Like Miracle Man. I haven't read the first issue of that.
Miracle Man?
Yeah.
Ooh, very nice.
I haven't read the last few issues of Thunderbolts after it got good.
Well, why would you? It got good.
I was thinking of dropping Guardians of the Galaxy, but now they're crossing over with Uncanny XMen, so I kind of picked up the newest issue. I haven't read it yet, though.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I was going to mention that. The Trial of Jean Grey. Oh, absolutely. Innocent. Judge Larkin, innocent. Why? Because she's hot. There you go. On grounds of hotness, she's acquitted. She didn't do it. She did not do it.
Actually, she hasn't done it yet since it's the past Jean Grey, and she hasn't done that yet. So technically,
she didn't do it.
Innocent.
Oh, and Cyclops won't be able to help her because he's a mile away. He didn't see nothing. Exactly. He's not. He didn't even recognize that Jean died. It's that simple. It's just okay. I guess it was you. Yeah, you don't get punished. Yeah, whatever. She got blew to smithereens. But no, it was somebody else. It was the Phoenix Force taking her form and going and doing the deed. So she's innocent. Innocent. There you go.
And then I have the first 5 issues of Hawkeye. I'm gonna
nice
because everybody says it's really good, and I haven't read it.
Yes, it isn't good anymore. No, I shouldn't say that. They got the other Hawkeye, the Lady Hawkeye, in there, and it's just I picked up the last one, which had looking after the flower, and that was the orchid, and that was a very good story. And then this one had a riff on the Beach Boys, and it was like,
yeah, that's one of the reviews I saw said to not read the Kate books, but just stick to the Clint books because it seems like they're more focused and better. So.
Well, we love that lovable Clint. We love Clint. He's just that down home guy you want to have over, have a beer, watch the Super Bowl with. That's kind of guy you'd like to hang out with. You want to watch the Super Bowl with somebody, don't you?
Not really.
No, there you go. Watch it with yourself then. Go right ahead. But and then we got Kate. I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. But Clint will be back soon enough, so we'll be happy.
And then I still haven't read the Last Forever Evil issue. I still need to do that, but
is that still going on?
Yeah. It's not over yet.
Wake me up when it's over. It's okay. It was from September to March. We've had all these major DC tie-overs now, and Marvel's. It's like weeks. Infinity was like every 2 weeks. It was like ding, da ding, da ding, da ding, da ding. 6 issues, you got your story done. Boom, everybody's happy. Then you got this thing. 6. And I tell you this much right now, it is 3 months too long. We are a society of people, okay, that do not have a long attention span.
Speak for yourself.
I do speak to myself all the time, but thing is, we don't have that long of attention span. All right, therefore we need to get it. We need to get it now, and we need to forget about it tomorrow. That's what our society is nowadays. Not the 6-month thing, because Lord knows it's like, do you even care about it?
Forever Evil?
Yeah.
The concept, yeah.
But do you really want to wait 2 more months for another 2 issues to come out?
I will go ahead just to see what happens, because
but it's then, too long.
I don't know. I think if I just hope this one wraps up and there's not another follow up of it like what happened with Trinity War, because for me it's like I was reading the DC events because I wanted to get into that universe to see if there's any other characters worth reading, but I can't really after doing that I'm like, well, I don't really have the time or money to invest in multiple
well, do another YouTube
DC,
channel.
So.
That'll finish you. That'll fix you up. But I'm saying it's too long. 6 months was too long for this. You got to get down into every other week and just get it done. Get it done in December. New year, new DCU. Everybody's happy. Because what's happened? What's truly happened?
Well, nothing's happened with Batman because it's all zero here.
Nothing.
But then Green Lanterns, there's a lot of cool stuff happening because you have Guy Gardner's double agent.
He's not even in the series. He's not even in the miniseries.
Well, I mean, outside of
inside the series, what we had the bad guys take over.
No, I meant oh, okay, you mean in the event right now?
Yeah,
the thing about the event that's cool is it's all about the villains, so the heroes haven't really done anything.
So it's the bad guys took over in the first one, and then we're beating up Dick. All right, and then stop it. I'm in the right about this now. And the second one was we revealed that that Owlman and Superwoman have a baby coming. Okay, that's good. And then Lexi's bringing the people together, and Batman and Catwoman are still alive. And then number 3 is Firestorm. They found out that they're stuck in his matrix, which is the stupidest thing ever. And I'm using air quotes for all this. Stupidest. And then now it's taking too long. Boom, 2 weeks. Boom. Boom, 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 and then have it, because now we have to deal with this whole Blight thing over in the Justice League dark side of things. And then we got to deal with it's just too much, and I just don't care.
Yeah, but Trinity War is really good, so it could turn out to be really good. Or I like Trinity War anyway. So.
Trinity War was a nice payoff because you finally got to see what was happening. Boom, everybody jumped in, but I haven't felt this one, you know. And usually when it's DC and it's big epic things, you usually do. I just think they really dropped it on their timing. But then again, they had to, because they have Finch drawing it, and Finch can't do every other week. They would have had to plan this out about a year in advance to have it all set up just right. So Finch, to get him doing his monthly thing, good. But they couldn't do it any shorter, because then they'd have to be what happened with Hitch and the Age of Ultron, and having fill-in artists and all that kind of stuff that had to happen.
Ugh, Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron. It's that mark that everybody strives to be. But I want DC. I want this year to be the year of DC, because Marvel absolutely took 2013. It absolutely took it and ran with it, while DC fumbled the ball. This has to be their shot this year. 2014, let's have it, see what happens. They're bringing back Wally. They're bringing back a whole bunch of other people. They're trying out some new books. They're canceling some others. And we'll talk about that another time. But it's that chance. They got to do something with it. DC's got to run with it. And there better be an awesome payoff. If it's this long, and I know Jeff Johns enough, there is going to be a payoff. Let's just see how big of a payoff it is.
Yep.
Thank you. I was gonna say, this is where you talk. edit that out. That little speech. But anyways,
I'm not editing this.
Edit it out. I've been swearing like a thief all through that you're supposed to edit all that out too. So anyways, but what do you think, Tech? You want to, like you're saying, you want to jump in the DC universe. You're having a hard time because...
No, I'm not really having a hard time. It's just there's...
Oh, unless there's not Batman, you're having a hard time. How's that?
It's just the thing where it's like, you know how like there's Spider-Man, but then there's also, you know, the Avenging Foes of Spider-Man and Scarlet Spider and Venom and Spider-Man team up. It's like,
yeah,
there's like the one hero you want to read, but then he has like a body of like the whole family of books surrounding him. Because it's like, I want to read Green Lantern, but then there's also Green Lantern Corps and the Red Lanterns, and
I just realized something. Remember back in Batman Inc. when they brought and then they created the character of Bat-Cow?
Yeah.
Think of that as your major heroes. So Super Cow, Wonder Cow, Bat Cow, Spider Cow. They're all cows, and they're milking us. And they're all providing the nice milk, but we have to milk them. And every teat that's there is another title we have to squeeze to get the loving milk out of. So you just named off 6 teats of Spider-Man. So there you go.
But I'm done with Spider-Man after Peter Parker comes back. So that's.
Oh
that's all.
yeah, oh yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, like.
Oh yeah, you don't like the good news. You just want to see bad boys. It's not about winning for you. It's not about Pete coming back. It's like, screw you, Pete. Yeah. Well, here's a little lesson for you. Pete's been there the whole time. You've been reading Pete since you just didn't realize it.
I don't know about that.
It's Doc Ock talking,
but
Pete was
not
there.
Down on his luck though. He was not. It was not bad luck, Pete.
He was
so
like,
you don't. I am the superior Spider-Man. I'm doing this so much better than Peter Parker ever could. Look at all this free time I have. I have a girlfriend on the side. I'm getting a degree. And I'm getting my doctorate. Like, Peter Parker could never do all these things. He's such a buffoon, and
because he's too busy saving the Earth and saving New York all the time. Every 2 seconds, he's turning around. It's kind of like the Lego game that I was playing. Spider-Man says, "I gotta go and get Aunt May some eggs." Man, we got a lot of eggs. Because that's always the excuse. He has to go and get him.
And then,
egg.
Yeah, and then like Ock never goes to see him. He's just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, she's got somebody else. He's not. He's no, forget that. He's not gonna waste his time.
He's like, I'm done with you, Mary Jane. This is too much. This is like, you're not worth it.
Exactly.
That was great.
That's right, Red. That's right. Oh, Techie. It's all good. It's all good. So what are you excited about then in comics? What's coming up that's got you really going?
Let's see, new stuff. I guess Nightcrawler from Chris Claremont. That's gonna. What?
That's not gonna go over.
The new Punisher ongoing series.
Yes.
And the relaunch of Daredevil in LA. Can't wait. Hope it's just as good.
Well, now he's gonna be over there with. Why does Frank and Daredevil always have to go on the same side? They're fighting in New York City. Now they're going off to the West Coast, and they'll be fighting over there too. It's a never-ending battle with those guys. Leave each other alone for once. Be friends. Kill some people. You'll like it. There you go. Oh my goodness. So, would you pick up a time-traveling Booster Gold?
I'm gonna.
Why?
After all the time travel with Marvel, it's just like
yeah, but this is the good time travel.
I don't know.
Oh, why not? Yeah, it's a waste of time. Forget that. Marvel already did it all. That's right. Booster Golds is the greatest hero you've never known about, and he'll always will be. He's awesome. I like it. Oh, Tekken. So what else are we gonna talk about comic-wise?
I don't know.
We're supposed to be reviewing stuff, so review Saga good, Wolverine and the X-Men good, whatever you read bad.
Well, All New X-Men wasn't that great. It was just a lead up into the trial of Jean Grey. It's some funny moments, but then it was just like like overall, it was just not really worth it. So
okay, I want to do something a little bit different with you today. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to call you the Executioner. All right, and I want you right now there. Since we're talking about teats, there is a big cow called the X-Men. If you were to keep only 3 X-Men titles and kill off the rest, which books would you keep? Executioner.
Okay, so since Wolverine and the X-Men is ending anyway, does that count?
Are you going to keep it? I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Give me the 3 that you'd keep.
Okay. Well, jeez, that's okay. Uncanny X-Men, because that's like the best. And then let's see, Uncanny. Just plain X-Men with all the ladies, because I love that one. And then
jeez.
And then I would take Wolverine and the X-Men over All New X-Men, just because All New X-Men is kind of.
Wow, where are you going to put Cyclops? Are you going to give Cyclops his very own solo series?
He's an Uncanny. What are you talking about?
Oh, he's in. Who knows where he's at? He's all over the place. Nobody likes him. Hey, can I play with you guys now? Oh, fine. He's the last kid picked in the class. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so that's good. So Uncanny gets your Cyclops. Wolverine goes where?
Wolverine and the X-Men.
Wolverine and the X-Men, excellent. And then you want to keep, I like that, something, and the diversity, and it gives the ladies a book where they can truly show their stuff. So where would you put Cable?
Because like all the villains in X-Men are all Lady X-Men too. It's Lady Deathstrike, Typhoid Mary, and Enchantress right now. Oh yeah, and some crazy alien sister to Sublime called Archaea. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, very Akira. Oh no, that's not good. Things go boom with that. Google that. There you go. But I like that. That's very good. Where do you put Cable?
Cable.
Because that's all you really need to save from that group.
We don't need the
and Colossus.
My three choices are all about like the cream of the crop X-Men. Okay, it's not about the I'm Cable's son and I have adventures. I'm from the future. I have a daughter, but she's not really my biological daughter.
I'm Cable's dad. Why doesn't nobody like me? Thank you very much. That's right. So really, Cable's not the cream of the crop for you.
Well, to me, it's like,
How would you? Okay, so how would you keep Cable relevant in the X-Men universe then? Because he's not going to be there every month, but he's got to be somewhere in the back burner, right? So how would you do it?
I don't know.
He's looking for something.
Bishop's in like Uncanny X-Force, so maybe have some sort of crazy time travel thingy crossover.
They're going to be wacky roommates. What are you doing today, Bishop? Trying to kill your daughter. Exactly. You're sick. Why would you write stuff like that? That's horrible. Anyway, so the thing is, Cable's got to stay in there. So something's happening. Cable has this vision of the future.
Cable have to stay in there?
Because he's Cable. He is the only thing new X-Men, aside from Gambit, thank you, Paul, that came out of the 90s that people get, and Deadpool,
what about
that
Bishop?
people give a poop about. I stand where I stand. Cable, Gambit, and Deadpool are the only things that came out of the 90s that people, and Sexy Cyclope that people gave a two poops over. There you go. Two that still care about are those four things.
Well, the reason I have my three choices is because Uncanny is following
Cream of the crop.
Cyclops right now, and I really like where that story's going. And then Wolverine and X-Men follows the students of Jean Grey School. Well, when it's not following the teachers, but that's why I like that one is because it can focus on both. And then
it was
then like the X-Men one isn't really about the students, and like that's a lot of the fun times you can have is like the students that are having powers and like their adventures and like finding these new abilities and stuff like that. That's always the fun part for X-Men with me is like the students, and they're like, oh, I have this new ability and I don't know what I'm doing with it.
Are there any worthwhile ones?
Really? New students?
Yeah.
I like Shark Girl and Eye-Boy.
Wow.
And then on Cyclops' side, I like
Is that the best names they can find for these people? Shark Girl, Eye-Boy, Arm Man, Finger Boy.
And then on
I didn't say Finger Girl. That'd be rude.
And then
that would be rude.
In Cyclops' team.
Don't Google that.
And on Cyclops' team, I like all the
Bikini Bridge.
I like all the new ones except for the hijack dude, because I don't know how his powers work exactly, and they're kind of lame, but whatever.
Okay, go back to Forever, but who's underneath the hood now? Who's underneath the mask? Who's underneath the bag?
Oh,
that they have tied up.
Have we found out yet?
No. We won't know till the last page of issue 5, I'm sure, and then it all goes to crap after that. Is it Lexi? Is it somebody else? Is Booster Gold? Is it? Who knows? Who knows?
Well, I would imagine it's someone from Earth 3 or whatever it was that they came from.
Jonah Hex. There you go. That's my wild card right there. Is Jonah Hex.
It's probably someone from their universe, but I would imagine that it's probably one of those weird things where it's not someone that they should have took with them. And it's like, why did they bring them with them? Well,
they said he could help stop whatever's coming after him, which is what, that Blink guy or whatever it is. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. That's interested me. Well, the thing is, they'll turn out to be like it'll be some kind of Dopey Dinky or whatever he was. It's like it'll be like something like that. Dopey Dinkles. I think that was at the old cab driver for the Green Lantern back in the Golden Age. He was the sidekick of Green Lantern back in those days. Dopey. We miss him so much. Now, what else we got to talk about?
I don't know.
Killable Logan. Don't think so. Don't think so. That's not going to fly. Not going to fly at all. What do you think? Can you? It'll bring a different perspective after how many years that he's been around, but I think you're not going to see many good reviews on the sales from that place.
Wait? What is Killable Logan?
That means he's lost his healing factor. So therefore,
I thought you lost him.
He did lose him. He never got him back. So now they're starting with a brand new series where he can be killed. And this is what surprises me about Cyclops.
It's only going to matter if they kill him, what they want. So.
Yeah, it's probably about Cyclops, because you think he knew about it. Why didn't he just blast the guy's head right off his shoulders? He knew he wanted to. There you go. Oh, sucker, fooled you. He goes to shake Wolverine's hand, and as they're shaking hands, he blasts the visor through, knocks his head off. There you go. Oops, I guess I blinked. And then runs away like a little girl. I win. Exactly. Oh my goodness. Well, that's good. Tekken, when do you have to go to work?
Let's see, like 2 hours.
Oh, 2 hours. Okay, we got lots of time to talk. Oh, I got something I need you to do for me though. I'm gonna do something. So we'll talk about comics. Let me know when you're done, because you're running the show, and then we'll and then I'll do my rant. Sound good? Are you proud of me? I didn't call the women hoochies.
Yeah.
There, you should be. Tekken.
Yeah.
They're hoochies.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. They're all hoochies.
Whatever.
Hey. No, but I like what you're talking about with the X-Men. That you have your power team in Uncanny, then Wolverine and the X-Men deals with the future, so therefore they can still try to build up, plausible mutants that would actually be put in a top tier book, like the Uncanny X-Men. It's the farm system, right? So Eyeball and No Name Girl can get the hell out of Dodge, and we have some actual powerful people in there. Because come on, I know there has to be some bad ones to highlight the good ones, but come on.
Yeah, and then Jubilee was supposed to be one of the five that was highlighted in X-Men. She hasn't really done anything yet, so it's
There is a big surprise.
So
she's looking after a baby.
I know, but it's
you selfish person.
I'm just saying, I'm still waiting for my Jubilee moment in that book.
Yeah, good luck.
I mean, Dazzler had a cool moment in Uncanny. Why can't Jubilee have a cool moment in X-Men? Just saying.
Because she's looking after a baby. You're just like every other man. Always thinks the mother has to go out and she needs some rest and time.
Hey, she didn't. That's not her baby. She didn't pop it out. She was.
Doesn't matter. She's looking after it. That baby doesn't say, "Oh, you're not my mom. I won't cry at night."
And actually, there was a part in Battle of the Atom where she's just dumping him off on everybody else. Oh, hey, Brew, watch my baby. I'll be back.
Yeah, she wants to party. Tekken, stay away from women like that. Because they just want to party. They'll hand off here, look after my kid. I'll be back on next Sunday. It's Super Bowl. Is that what's happening? Is that why you don't want people coming over, because you're looking after a baby?
You're talking to me?
Yeah, you.
No, I'll be
okay.
at work on Sunday, so.
What? Same here. Doesn't that suck? I have worked every single Super Bowl Sunday by the fates of the world and the calendar gods. I have worked every single Super Bowl Sunday except for 2 in the last 10 years.
I've worked all of them for the last however long I've worked at where I work at.
2 hours? There you go. And when the one time I didn't work, I had the flu, and I still had to go into work. And I had the flu. That was 8 years ago, and I was spewing. It was horrible, and I still had to go into work and write an order. Now, usually when I wrote an order, it would take an hour and a half to do. It took me 3 hours because I had to stop at the end of every aisle and just go, "Oh God, and sit down and take a deep breath and try to maintain my composure so I could finish. I just say, "Oh, there's 2 more aisles." And of course, when I get to the last 2 aisles, it's the longest 2 aisles in the history of man. And I was like, "Oh, I want to go home." And then I was sick for 2 days after that. And then my boss called me on day 2 because he thought I probably was faking it. I said, "I'm not faking nothing. Don't call me. You have the wrong number, monsieur." That's right. That's how it was. Oh, Tekken. Are you going to see a movie this year?
There is a movie from the Wachowski brothers that comes out, I think, something Jupiter. I want to see that one. Besides that, though, no.
Oh, that's it. No superhero. Don't want to see Guardians of the Galaxy or anything like that.
I just prefer to watch them when I can get them on Netflix or Blu-ray. So no.
Yeah, I can't argue that. I get Netflix, and so the girls and I have been watching Doctor Who.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I haven't seen Doctor Who though, so.
Oh, you should.
Everybody says it's good, but there's so many episodes.
You would enjoy it because but you have to watch it from the very first season and go from there. So try one out and see if you like it. That's my recommendation to you. Go and watch some Doctor Who. My girls like it. They're like 10, 11. They don't understand what the hell's going on, but they enjoy the funniness. That Doctor Who, he's just so enjoyable. The kids just love him. So there you go. All right. So can I do my rant now?
Yeah.
All right. So before I do that, you gotta say thank you very much. This is Comic Book Talk. So you can know where to edit it. And read more books next week, so we can actually do ranting.
Well,
Every book
I was gonna read my books like this morning, but I was doing too much stuff. So
yeah, to yourself. Now, I want. Dong. Anyway, so say next week we're gonna do this again on Tuesday. When do you work on Tuesday? Same thing?
Tuesday I'm off.
Good. Okay, perfect. So we'll do our regular comic talk on my stuff, and then we'll do reviews on this, and it'll be strict reviews, and we'll go like or hate, and we'll go from there. Because I got my books today, so I got lots of fodder now. I got my pants pulled down. I'm ready to poop on everything. So next week we will have ourselves the official first Tekken Talks comic reviews with Buff Larkin.
What is this then? The pilot?
This is the pilot.
Okay.
We're the pilot of this crazy airplane. Absolutely. No, this is Tekken Talks comics, and that's good. And then next week we talk about reviews, and we'll make it official. All right.
Okay.
And you think of some good ideas, and let me know what your ideas are, and then we'll incorporate them into your product. Because this is your YouTube channel, it ain't mine.
Have you seen my recent video for stuff to do this year? I have a ton of junk already, so this is gonna be one more thing on top.
The first off, you don't call what you do junk. That's just it's stuff you got to get done, and that's true. But you have to. It's like a half an hour of us reviewing. It's not too bad. Just have a picture of me smiling.
Half hour. It's been 47 minutes.
That's because I like you. I give you the extra 15 minutes for free. There you go. All right. Well, say goodbye, Tekken.
Bye, everybody.
And we'll see you next week. I'm not taking over your YouTube channel. You gotta say this stuff.
It's weird because I don't. My brain is not in the comic book podcast since we did the game podcast yesterday. So it's it's really weird. It's not all
It's a try.
We're signing off now. Yeah.
Goodbye, internet.
I don't say goodbye, internet.
You say hello, internet.
Yeah,
you gotta say goodbye, internet.
You don't.
And until next time,
you just have some.
Bye, internet.
You just have some sweet sign off. You don't have to say goodbye.
No. Until next week, folks. Thank you very much.
So you're not ranting?
I'm ranting, but we're gonna make a no pause so that you can edit it.
All right. So until you see it from us again, this is
Goodbye, internet.
Tekken and Buff signing off.
Bye, everybody.